Well, hello, Heather.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. How about you guys?
Good. We're good. We're
Yeah,
just
really good.
jamming to the music there.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I saw
Yeah.
your box jumps today. My
Yeah.
heart was like
Yay!
rejoicing for you, like just rejoicing for you.
Thank
So
you.
amazing. And you feel so strong after box jumps.
Oh my
Like,
gosh! Yeah.
yeah.
I was just shocked because once Sherry had said, "No, yes, you can do it," right? And I was like, "Yeah, I can," but I had hit my shins a couple years ago, so it kind of freaked me out because then I was really
Absolutely.
sore for a few days, well, longer than that. But then
Yeah.
once I hit it, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I kept doing it. I was like, "This is awesome!" So, yeah, that was
You've
really exciting.
inspired me to go back because I was working through my own fear with not having the discs in my neck, right? So jumping
Mm,
isn't usually something that I do, or pounding. And I
yeah,
remember breaking through that, but I broke through it on a harder box. So I'm gonna take your idea. I'm gonna see if I can find like a softer box because they only have
right.
like the wood ones at my gym, and
Okay.
work back towards it based on your inspiration. If Nikki can, so can I.
Oh wow! Look at this chain of inspiration. That's so exciting.
Right?
That's awesome. So we're excited for tonight because you've got a lot of knowledge. It's been 5 years for you being on Juice Plus, and it has radically changed you. But you also have a plethora of knowledge that you can share with us about how does this affect athletes, families, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, well, they call me the Jesus freak, but also
I
known
love
as a
it.
crazy plant lady a little bit too. So I brought notes for that reason, just so that I could stick to some key points that I think that most of society is missing because there's so
Mm,
much pushing of trends. Like I go into the gym and I don't see anything worthwhile putting into our bodies. If you look at what's in a gym right now,
mm,
highly processed whey, a lot of chemicals. These aren't foods. And what I love about Juice Plus is that's exactly what it is foods we were made to eat, made to understand, and made to use. So with that regard, I'll take it away and then we'll just share some testimony. Is that okay?
sounds good, sir. I just heard Brad's
Um,
stomach very loudly. I was like, "Whoa!"
And two, just
I'm gonna
get
shake.
going. So
Yeah.
anybody that is coming on right now, thank you for joining the Master Athlete tonight. And
Yeah.
we are talking nutrition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everybody knows what's going on here.
yeah,
Nutrition is just so important, right? Like our workout, if we're getting that workout in, which I work with a variety of people, sometimes we start on Juice Plus because they can't work out. Sometimes
yes,
they're already working out and they want to perform better and recover better. But Juice Plus has something for everyone in between. But if we think about a workout, if we are working out, it's an hour of our day. It's
right.
an hour of our day. The other, sorry, 23 hours, Nikki hit it today, sleep, water.
Yeah.
Nutrition, like these things are bigger than that 1 hour. And so how do we actually maximize this hard work that we're doing in the gym? And it is by nutrition. It is
Right.
by good nutrition. So in that regard, I'm going to talk about some things that maybe people don't hear because they're not buzzwords.
Right.
But our creator put these in plants and fruits and veggies and herbs,
Mm,
and they're just brilliant. They're brilliant for people that are active. So plant nutrition for athletes. You hear a lot about protein and supplements and pre-workouts. And I think I just, as a precursor, want to say I don't consider Juice Plus a supplement.
mm,
It is a whole food. It is many
right.
whole foods. And that's why it has a nutrition label as opposed to, a supplement label. Very few people, you're going to like this part, right over you guys. Very few people are talking about the foundation.
Mm,
Fruits and veggies. So I'm going to break it down in a few points. And while everybody else is out there pushing protein, I'm going to chat about why fruits and veggies are awesome for athletes, all of us alike, but especially athletes, and why we need more as
mm,
athletes if we are burning calories and working hard. So it's not actually about protein. It's about amino acids, and those are found primarily.
Turn off the tower garden. Keep going, Heather.
Yeah, amino acids. Let's all say it together. Amino acids. Yes. So everyone is chasing protein numbers. Everyone is chasing protein numbers. Our family, and I think your family is the same, we tend to, they can call me controversial, but I tend to do almost the opposite of what the majority are doing. And that's what
Right.
we did a number of years ago with our health, because mine was really failing, which I'm going to talk about later. So everyone's chasing protein numbers, but protein is a delivery system. It's amino acids that your body actually uses. So here's the thing. If your body doesn't have the right supporting nutrients, it can't properly use those amino acids.
Mm,
So you can be hitting your protein goals and still not recovering the way you should or could.
right.
So this is a big one for you guys training people. And I don't even hear trainers talking about it. So when I first heard about this through Juice Plus, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what's going on with my body. You and I have some common health challenges that we've been
For sure.
working through with the Lord, and our systems are a little more sensitive
Mm-hmm.
as autoimmune warriors, right? They're a little more
Yeah.
sensitive than average people. So oxidative stress is real. If you train hard, or if you've got more things going on, like me and Nikki are working through. Every time you train intensely, you will create oxidative stress in your body.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing. It's part of adapting. But if you don't balance it, here's what happens: slower recovery,
Mm,
more inflammation, higher injury risk. Fruits and vegetables are the only things in what God gave us to eat that are loaded with antioxidants, which help your body clean that up, the oxidative stress, and help you recover faster.
mm,
Right? So let's talk collagen, because this is another buzzword, right? Collagen. I need to take a collagen. Let's go back to basics. Collagen repair isn't about protein. A lot of athletes, and I think Brad has some testimonies here because he's a hard hockey playing guy. A lot of athletes, they deal with joint pain,
yeah.
right? Tendon issues, nagging old injuries. Anyone want to testify? I got a few. Okay, found Jesus a little deeper in those, just saying. So collagen matters, but here's what most people totally miss. Just like the protein, and they miss the amino acids, the important part, they miss that you need vitamin C and plant nutrients to actually repair your collagen.
Mm,
So I'm talking for your muscles and joints, but also for your skin. That's why when people started, they're like, you look younger at 5 years in Juice Plus than you did 5 years ago. Why is that? Because
Yeah.
Juice Plus helps with my oxidative stress and it helps with my collagen. So we don't do collagen things. Vitamin C, the fruits and veggies, they repair the collagen. So if you're not eating enough fruits and veggies, which most families are, I'm going to talk quickly about that, you're
mm,
leaving recovery on the table. We
that's-
don't want to do that. We're working hard. We don't want to leave recovery.
yeah.
We want or results, right? We want results for what we're
Yeah.
doing. So this is next level though. Polyphenols. Again, people talk about protein. We've covered that. Collagen. We've covered that. Polyphenols. You never hear this spoken of unless you're really talking with like really elite athletes or people that have some knowledge on like a plant-based diet. Polyphenols are your hidden performance edge. They're next level, if you will. They're only found in fruits and veggies. They are compounds in plants that help with a number of things. Inflammation, the biggest one. Blood flow, super important as an athlete, right? For all of us, but as an athlete. Recovery and gut health. So your gut health affects everything, whether it's your energy, your metabolism, your immune system, and definitely your performance. And I would also add there your mental health.
That's
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So here's our reality check. 1 in 10 kids eat enough raw fruits and veggies. Those numbers right there were a huge reason why I wanted to partner with Juice Plus and help children get free fruits and veggies essentially into their body. Most adults aren't doing much better.
Yeah.
So we've normalized being undernourished and overtrained. So the
That's good.
baseline, right? Like overtrained and undernourished. Our baseline for fruits and veggies is 7 to 10 servings, they say. That's to reduce inflammation. But as an athlete, because we're causing this oxidative stress, a good stress, but still a stress nonetheless. They say athletes, and you can talk to an Olympic athlete, they will say you should be aiming for like 10 to 15 servings. How is that possible daily? How?
Wow. So hard.
To reduce inflammation. That's the main reason. So we do create a healthy inflammation, but it's an inflammation nonetheless. Sorry, Brad, go ahead.
Oh, I said just keep eating.
Just keep eating, right? Just keep eating.
Just eat more of them.
And the vegetables. Could you imagine
Probably-
laying out all the
probably
vegetables?
Kasha is like
Well, the thing
$6,000
is-
a month in fruit and vegetables at that cost here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I was actually explaining that to one of your families that came in at the show on the weekend. we were talking about the cost of fruits and veggies. She was
Mm.
saying like they're so expensive, and we broke Juice Plus down on a daily.
Mm.
And I said, try to go and first of all, get your fruits and veggies pesticide, herbicide, fungicide, heavy metal free,
Right.
and try to juice them yourself.
Right.
And then, try to get them all. 30 to 40 is what I get in a day, thanks to Juice Plus of different varieties on like $3 a day. It's virtually impossible. So,
That's so true.
and that just brings me to my last point. Food quality matters. The closer our food is to being fresh and vine ripened, if I flip this around or you guys flipped your phone around, we would see some good vine ripened food. And every time I talk vine ripened, I think of how good that food is. I always think of scripture, abide in me, right? Like apart from me, you can do nothing.
Yeah.
Vine ripened food is the most nutrient dense we can get. And well, let's be real, most people are not getting 30 different fruits and veggies in their diet a day, as well as that vine ripened. I have bananas over there and avocados sitting under my tower garden lights, not vine ripened, cut from the vine. And every 30 minutes of food is removed from the vine, it's losing precious nutrients for athletes and non-athletes alike. So,
and we noticed that a dramatic difference
mhm,
in the fruits and vegetables while we were living in Cabo, because so many of them, well, it's not picked until it's vine ripened,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So how it
they're
should
not-
be.
So we get some of our stuff from Mexico, but that stuff's picked, pre-ripened,
Right.
shipped, sort of ripening on the way. I know tomatoes are kind of gassed on the way.
Gas.
Ripen.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we were there, because of their grow season being almost all year round,
Yes.
like a mango there compared to buying one here, it's not even close.
Right? The
It's like eating
pineapples in
candy.
Mexico. The pineapples in Mexico, and pineapple has some pretty kick butt bromine in it, which is
Oh,
perfect for arthritis warriors. Like it's amazing. It's
Right.
actually in our Juice Plus as well, so you get to eat it twice a day. But the pineapple,
headaches.
yes, the pineapple in Mexico was like, I was like, babe, we just need to move here for the pineapple,
right.
It's like candy.
right? It's
Yeah.
nature's candy. It's
Yeah.
the good
It's
candy.
like,
You
oh my
can't eat
God.
enough.
Yeah.
I can hardly eat a mango here.
Right? You can't even peel it because you can't peel it. It's like it didn't even ripen and it's dead. Like it just, you can't
Yeah.
even peel it.
Yeah.
So just to wrap up, it's Juice Plus is not a supplement. It's whole foods. It's great
Mhm.
to add to any diet. I raised my kids on what you would call, the Bible, Daniel's diet, just fruits and veggies. My husband as well. Since then, we've added some of the animal products back, like salmon and such, but and eggs. But honest to goodness, as I'm going to share, I thought I was good. I was like, I got enough fruits and veggies. We good. We good.
Right.
Oh, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I needed to put my pride away and really take a look at the research studies. So it's a blend of dehydrated. Everybody's hearing about dehydrated fruits and veggies. It's a wide variety, which is actually what it takes to repair our gut. And unfortunately, a lot of people can't handle the fiber, etc., from a number of things. Just our
Right.
path mostly are some of the things that before we knew better to do better, sort of thing. So it's not a replacement for healthy food, but it is support for gut health, your metabolism. I don't know about you, but my metabolism has changed. I'm on the same diet for like 15 years, but because of perimenopause, I'm finding things are a little different, a little shifty, You want to testify to hear what?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So metabolism support is important to me.
Yeah.
I did grow up overweight, and most people don't realize that. And I saw what that did for my parents, and I didn't want that for my children. So metabolism support, really important. It's
Mm.
not a replacement for food, but there's research to show that both for performance and recovery, you're going to see a better result. And I know I live that.
Oh,
eating
yeah.
Juice Plus every day. So my final thought is God made our body to repair. It's wonderfully made to repair, but we cannot get well in the same environment that made us sick. So it's
Oh,
not
that's good. That's so good.
right. It's a
Yeah.
combination. Like when I help people, I love to start where they're at. Let's start with something simple that you can do that is sustainable, like add Juice Plus every day. Like it's a 2-second swallow. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And from there, can we go to a more anti-inflammatory diet.
Mm,
Or right, we start to, because it really is a combination of not just adding the good. People talk about adding the good, but it's also letting our body rest and fast and heal from the things that hurt it in the first place. So
yeah, so good.
yeah, that's what I gotta say about plants.
That's awesome. I don't know if you're saying what Andrea is saying. I brought the comment up, but isn't that cool? So thank you for that. I used that to share with my husband about Juice Plus. So that's exciting.
It is exciting, and I'm really excited that you shared it with me. What I do find personally, is that it often, not always, but it often starts with a wife or a mom that's exhausted,
Yeah.
and it usually filters in maybe as the nurturer, the teacher, into the hubby. Like, how can I help my husband now? Like for
Right.
me, my husband thought I was crazy when I brought Juice Plus in, and he's like, "We only eat fruits and veggies. How is this going to help us? I don't
Right.
understand." And I'm like, "Babe, look at the DNA research." When I saw that, I was like, "That's what I need. I want to turn my bad genes off and turn my good ones on every day." And I had never found a product that had even one study, let alone 3, which Juice Plus has. So if you have some challenges, with the DNA that you've been given, keep in mind it's 5% gene, 95% lifestyle.
Oh, it's
That's-
huge.
It's
That's a
huge,
huge difference. Mhm.
right? Like really huge. So yeah, maybe I should just pass the mic back to you guys. You want to share some testimonies or?
Sure. Well, yeah, like I mean, for me, with some of the chronic stuff that I've got going on, is this has been life changing for me because I've had some I do have digestive issues. It does, and it does run in our family. But that being said, we are making, I've made a change personally for myself, and it's having that micro nutrient that's going into my body and it's recognizing it. Whereas for me, when I was eating a lot of, like, if I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, it's almost too much for me, too fibrous, right? It's just been that way our whole life. Now that's a gut healing issue, and we're working on that all the time, obviously. But this for me has been a real lifesaver, and I feel, more energized, more rested. I should tell you this too. This was kind of cool. We had one of our young adults, and we only gave him like 6 capsules of each, right?
Yeah.
And he came in and he was like, "Guys, like," and he really likes to test things out too.
Yeah.
Kind of like you. Like he needs to know, like, what is this all about, right? And he was just taking like 1 a day and then 2 a day,
Yeah.
and out of just those 6 capsules, he
6
noticed.
capsules, or do you give him 6 days worth?
No, I only gave him 6.
Oh,
Yeah, there was only 6. And he said what he noticed was he had more clarity. He was not as tired,
Yeah.
and that he was coming home and doing more things, whereas
Yeah.
generally he would maybe not. And I thought, that is crazy. So that was his testimony. So he's like,
That's incredible. Do you know why that's happening though?
yeah,
You know why
explain
that's
it to us.
happening versus a man-made multivitamin? Because we were made to eat fruits and veggies.
Mm,
Like, we can go back to scripture, like, behold, I give you every seed-bearing plant, right?
yeah.
It's bioavailable. So when we take a multivitamin, what they have to do is put these massive amounts in here of vitamin A and vitamin K and vitamin blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
But the plant itself, God made it perfectly for us to be able to recognize and absorb it into our bloodstream so that we can readily use it.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's so true.
I didn't notice it that quickly because I think I had so many challenges,
Right.
but those were the type of things like the brain fog,
Wow.
the thinking again, not needing to nap. Like he 6 doses is pretty awesome. It took me a little bit longer.
Right. Like
He's-
I was
I
shocked.
mean, he's in really good shape.
yeah.
And like he works.
Takes care of himself.
He works at
Good.
the gym as well, and
Yeah.
he takes care of himself. He really watches like what he eats
Yes.
and things like
So
that.
he's very good
doesn't-
steward of his body, yeah.
He cuts out. He doesn't really touch the sugars and
Yeah.
things like that either. So his body's probably already like
Clean.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
And
just that little bit of extra was
Yep.
to just be like, hey,
wow, I noticed
oh,
something. Yeah.
dude, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So on a regular dose, so I've talked to him a little bit about it, and then he was talking to Nikki about it because I sent him the link, I sent him the information, I sent him the links to the studies
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted to look at all that stuff. He's like, "Well, is there any studies?" I was like, "Yeah, if you go in and then you click on, I forget what I told them where to click now, but it went out of my brain. Anyways, and then, you know, you can go in and look at the research, and then you can find all the different studies. So he started to do that. So
Yeah.
That's pretty
So-
incredible. And these aren't like, we got to be careful when people say that things are researched, because
Mm,
who's researching it? Is
right.
it
Yeah.
a
This is so
company?
good.
Is
Yeah.
it a third party? Is it being shared on, like, PubMed is where I go for all my research. They're gold sealed. They're not biased. They're not us testing it. And some things are, they say that they have research and they're testing on an animal.
Mm,
I don't know about you, but I'm not an animal. Like,
right. This is true.
so I don't care what it's doing to the rabbit. I want to know what it's going to do for human health,
Hmm.
right? Because, right? Sorry, what?
He says he might be an animal, but anyways,
I might be part animal.
I don't know, Sasquatch. Anyways. Yeah.
And I remember Brad with his knees. I feel like with the
Yes.
omegas, right?
Mhm.
A lot of old injuries there, Brad. From hockey
Yeah,
and
like
stuff?
pretty much hockey, some baseball, but yeah, mostly hockey.
Yeah. And you were wearing a knee brace, like for
Yeah,
a lot of things.
when we came back from Mexico, it was almost from the minute we got back.
Like daily, yeah.
It was, yeah, I had to wear it every day.
Yeah. But then you start
There were
taking the
days where I
omegas.
couldn't even walk on it.
Wow.
Yeah, so then I started taking. I just started with omegas.
Yeah.
Because I was like, kind of like Bill, and I was like, "You're crazy.
Yeah.
I don't need.
And you know
all this
what?
stuff."
Yeah.
I would say everybody walking around with the body, get this, is deficient in omegas, because and almost every single cell in our body is required omegas.
Mm,
Fish don't make them, and they know intuitively to go to the algae to get it. We often, as humans, go to fish to get it, which is okay, but they are a middleman. So omegas are huge. Like, there isn't a person walking around this planet that I believe is getting enough omegas through their diet. And what I like about Juice Plus is there's like a omega-5 and a 7, which are
right.
huge for inflammation. Nobody talks about that either.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so incredible. I was like, yeah, I've heard 3s and 6s and 9s, but like, tell me about these 5s and 7s. Like, what are they doing? You know?
Yeah.
So I don't see a body walking around that can't use omegas, because we're really not getting them in our diet. We're not.
Oh, no.
And they're
No.
required
Well, like
for so
what's
much.
it in other than mostly fatty fish, some eggs?
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And some hippie foods like seaweed and stuff, which most people aren't eating, but so
So true. Do you
but
want to
yeah,
read that comment? Can you see it, Heather? This is
I
kind of cool.
can. It says,
Yeah.
I just learned today that my Aunt Newmark, yeah, I love when these stories come up. And they go off it for a little bit and they're like, oh, that stuff was working. So she
You
liked to
lo-
place an order. Amazing.
She lost
Yeah.
her contact.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Her
We'll help
contact
you
had
out.
moved away.
There you go. Someone
now
to
she-
serve, someone
Yeah.
to serve, someone to help. And her body, because she's probably built a foundation. That's why I say to people, again, there's our word, your word.
Yes.
Keep building that foundation, right? Like
Yeah.
Juice Plus is a daily detox. We don't shower once and say, that's great, I'm done for my life, I'm never going
Right.
to shower again, right? We have to
Open.
get up and put it back in. So I'm at almost 6 years now.
Wow.
And just some of the things that I've noticed, I mean, I've had seasons, I don't want to go back too far, but 27 years old, they said I would be in a wheelchair.
Wow.
I had my neck rebuilt at St. Michael's Hospital, and they removed all my discs out of my neck and told me to basically live in a bubble when I was diagnosed with the Tin Man disease.
Wow.
So diet was something we had, really felt convicted from God and went our own way, raising our children different and just keeping the junk out. But this was next level for me. Diet never took me here. Like, I feel younger at 40. Except for the loss of estrogens making me a little crazy. And the plants don't help with estrogen, unfortunately. Not raising it, unfortunately.
right.
Might lower it. I do know a lot of people that have like an excess of estrogen. I always say fruits and veggies, fruits and veggies, fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
But maybe I should, knock on Juice Plus's door and ask how to increase the estrogen.
Right.
But yeah, Juice Plus was next level. I really, I felt like I had done all I could do from a discipline perspective in my diet.
Good job.
And
Yeah.
yeah, within a few months, I was working out stronger and harder than I ever had. I do have some, I don't like to label it anything, but I guess a handicap, if you will, of my neck.
Okay.
But I will always battle an inflammation between where they put cow's bone in my neck from to the top of my cervical spine and
Wow.
below. And
Wow.
often that affects my chest. You'll never see me do chest workout. You'll never see me do biceps. Because I have to do what I got to do to protect
Right.
those fake joints.
Yeah.
It's not the way God made my body. It's quite silly when I look back at what they did to me, to be honest with you. But it's another reason that I always will take Juice Plus, because I always need to counter that inflammation, and I want to, cellularly heal
Yeah.
around that injury that was there, if you will. So. I remember in a couple weeks of taking Juice Plus, I felt like I was losing my mind. I was so full of brain fog. I couldn't even, and I remember telling you this, Nikki,
Yeah.
with the omegas, I couldn't even hold a conversation without going, what was I saying? Well, like it was bad.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was starting to get embarrassed about it. Straight up, starting to get embarrassed. My husband was like, we were just talking, like, how did you lose your train of thought? And I thought, if I'm like this in my 30s or 20s even, I was
Right.
like, what am I going to be like at 70 or 60? I don't want to be
Right.
that way. So the omegas were a big piece for cognitive function. Big piece for me for cognitive function. I've had some major spinal cord injuries, so it's not child's play, right? So, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting my memory. So I always say to people, if you take omegas, if you take our omegas, take them at nighttime. They will help you sleep. They will help you repair when you're fasted. That brain, and I feel sharper now than I ever have from a
Amazing.
perspective in the gym as well as brain. I don't know if my husband would agree with me, but yeah. So I'm an autoimmune warrior like you, Nikki.
Yeah.
A little more sensitive system. And I remember when you said to me, I first shared it, and you're like, I'm going to bring Brad over because I've tried everything under the sun. I felt like I was there too. Many, like just a supplement junkie. And honestly, if it wasn't a sister in Christ and she wasn't one of Canada's top leading nutritionists, and I really respected how much of a critical thinker she was, as opposed to like, how sometimes people get taught
They just
something
go with the
that's like
trends?
institutionalized. Yeah, because they're popular or whatever.
Yeah.
She was someone who spoke out, let's just say in 2020, 2021, and she was talking about holistic health. How do we take care of our bodies? This is going on. Let's take care of the body, guy. Let's make it resilient. Let's not live in fear. Let's not stress the body out. Let's give it what it needs to do its job. What's up? Right in? You want to say hi to Nikki and Brad?
Yeah, come on over.
Say
Hi,
hi.
Della.
Hi.
How's it going?
Are you guys making soup?
That's
Yeah.
a Juice Plus baby right there.
Yeah. Absolutely, she is. My girl. Okay, go ahead with that for a little bit. We're just wrapping up, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, while we're talking about that, like you can finish up with that, but maybe if you want to share too, like how do families get that free Juice Plus for their kids?
Yeah, I would love to. When I heard about that program, I was like, this is amazing. And I think back, and I'm not here to judge, and I didn't do anything by my grace, right? It is not me. Like, this is not, if you knew what I came from, you would know it was my God and how awesome and how faithful he was, but also how rock bottom I was at my health. I'm so done being so ill for my family. My husband being mom and dad, I was ready for a change. When I heard that kids were getting their nutrition for free, based on one adult order, I was like, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of sharing it. I want to be part of getting that into families so that people are living in healthier bodies within houses. Just to share, like I had already known 18 years ago, we took processed foods out. Processed foods can be as hard on our bodies in the gut as an antibiotic.
Yeah.
And so
crazy,
every time we put
Wow.
Juice Plus in, it's whole foods. We are helping to cellularly repair that kind of damage. And we live in a world that's over busy,
Yeah.
overeaten, undernourished, and over processed, right? Because
Yeah.
they just put it in your face. Every corner, there's fast food, fast food,
Oh.
fast food, and it's not food. It's Frankenfood.
Right. And I have
There's
to
nothing
say
in it.
too, just to go off of that, Heather, like what blows my mind too is that like they've made it so convenient. You know, there's so many athletes, right? They're leaving the arenas, the fields, the courts, and then they're going through a drive-through right after, right? And then they're feeling sick and weakened and all this kind of stuff. And so
Yeah.
it's so, and I get it because the world has set it up that way because it's so convenient. But
Yeah.
it's helping people to understand that Juice Plus is that convenience as well. Like it is the supportive bridge the gap convenience. But anyways, continue on there about
Yeah.
the program.
So basically, this is 20 fruits and veggies, and I just love, like, my daughter at 3, I'd be like, "What's on the label, sweetie?" And she'd be like, "Apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon peel." P.S. Most of the vitamin C is in the peel, not even in the flesh, which is really
Wow.
great because we get the peels in our Juice Plus as well as the seeds. I know Brad knows some things about seeds, and he eats the seeds. Good job.
Yeah.
Where'd the seeds go, guys?
I know.
So, this is 20 fruits and veggies, and you can get them in a chew or you can get them in capsule. I always say to people, if your child has a real acute, just a challenge in their bodies, whether it's their immune system, whether it's their heart, whether it's their brain, whatever organ that God made and put in their body, if they have a real challenge, and they will swallow a capsule for you, even if they won't dump it into a cold applesauce or yogurt.
Right.
It's free anyways. It's a higher value and it's actually stronger in polyphenols. You can get the free children's 20 superfoods, or it can be the capsules as well for the child. And all that takes is an adult's order. So it's kind of always like it's buy one, get one free. And the one thing that I love, like, so much, I've already probably touched on it. It's our children that are affected by
Totally.
how they're keeping the sick sicker, how our food is changing, what they're adding, what they're removing, how they're processing it. Like, people will say to me, "Okay, what's your best nutrition advice?" If God made it, eat it. If man made it, omit it.
I like
That's
that.
the basics of nutrition. Basics. Like, what does it say on the label? Does it have a label? Let's make sure. If it's ground beef, does it just say ground beef?
Right.
Right? If it's broccoli, is there no label?
Right.
That's the way God made it, and that's the way your body is going to use it for good, right? So anything that's been put through a factory, there's no nutrients, there's no fiber. It's not even food anymore. It's so modified. So yeah, the children are free with an adult order. And I also love to say we have a great shake. We tend to hear a lot about shakes, and I mean, I've been through the gym world for 22 years, and there's a lot of shakes out there, like, I wouldn't even put on my grass. Like, I wouldn't even dump it on my grass. Like, honestly, I do love our shakes because we talked about it earlier. It has 100% amino acid score.
Yeah.
They can
Wow.
be used pre-workout or post-workout, so you're gonna get all those amino acids. But what I love most is when you read the label, it's like alfalfa sprouts, quinoa, foods from the ground, chickpeas. Like, again, these are foods we're not eating, but God put on the earth from the beginning of time so that we would eat them and benefit from them.
Right.
And they taste great. So there's a lot of shakes out there that are really high in man-made, and they push high protein. But again, it's now you guys know, now everyone knows it's amino acids that really matter.
Yeah.
But it's a balanced meal. It's got some fats in there. It's got some complex carbs. I eat a lot of complex carbs because they actually build muscle. And I mean whole carbs. People say carbs, and I'm like, define carbs. Are we talking the fake stuff, or are we talking the real stuff that God made? Because complex stuff is awesome for us. But our shakes are great for athletes, mostly because that 100% amino acid score. And just to be truthful, many shakes out there test very high for heavy metals. Everything in Juice Plus is tested to 0 heavy metals. And that impressed me because I am like you, Nikki, where I have a sensitive body. And so when I saw that NSF label, I was like, what does that mean? I got to research. And I saw that was an actual testing which to me is better than organic because even organic can show some pesticides and herbicides and fungicides,
Yeah.
which is not true organic. So NSF means tested to zero. And with that, I mean, maybe you want to speak about even the Olympic athletes. That's why they chose our
Yeah.
line. Do you know much about the Team USA?
I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but feel free to share it because, like, to me, that's pretty mind blowing because you think about these are like Olympic athletes. You know, you
Yeah.
can't just be rolling in there with any sort of product and say, you know, give this to the athletes. They're going to make sure that it is at the highest standards for their athletes,
Oh,
right?
yeah, because if there's anything in it that's not on the list, then they're disqualified.
That's right.
Right. So this is whole food. So yeah, feel free to share because I think that's amazing.
I don't know a lot. I follow a few of them and
Yeah.
they talk about some of their differences, like of what they see in their performance in the recovery. But you know, I just think basic information, like for me, I would get, I don't know, it's because my system's been through some stuff, just DOMS pain so easy, you know, before Juice Plus. Like I was like, oh, I barely lifted, but I don't have that same effect, and I'm
Yeah.
lifting a heck of a lot heavier than I could before Juice Plus. So I just love that because if I have less of that pain, I'm going to get back in the next day, or I like to take a rest day now because I'm getting a little older and I'm with stress in my system. I like to take a rest day.
Right.
And I also got to be careful because I want to make sure that the gym is God's always first and it doesn't become, you know, an idol, as much as I love to throw my
Absolutely.
worship up there and get that blasting and just blank out the world.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been incredible for me because I just felt like I didn't do much to get sore before Juice Plus, if that makes sense in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now I do a lot more strenuous things and seem to get through it without that pain and quicker. And so I can get back to, and that's what I really think of Juice Plus as. It's like the longer you take it, somebody who has, you know, been told she has an autoimmune disorder, there's nothing to find that I do in my blood anymore, but I used to be sick 364 days, even on a clean diet before Juice Plus. That was killing me. I was so tired of being the sick mom. And that's why I was open and that's why she shared it with me. She could see that I was sick of being sick, even though I was doing so much good in my diet and being so regimented. And I'll be forever grateful. And it makes sense because I certainly wasn't eating 30 a day and I certainly wasn't getting that variety. And Brad talked about earlier, certainly wasn't buying ripened.
Yeah.
Can't even get access to most of those fruits and veggies in Canada.
No.
You know, raw garlic. People are talking about it's a cancer preventer. We're eating that twice a
The
day.
lemon peel, right? Like all of
Right?
this stuff.
So yeah, Olympic, I think Brad really nailed it. Like they have to be careful, like what's going in their body. They're training hard, they're working hard. They don't want something to show up and, you know, be disqualified. But it also goes back to the fact, just basic nutrition. These are foods that God made for us to recognize and absorb. Where is the
Perfectly
vitamin,
matched.
right? In the multivitamin, where is that A coming from? Is it coming from the
Right.
fruit? Where's the zinc coming from? Is it coming from the fruit? No, they're trying to replicate, man is trying to replicate these vitamins. And that's why they have to give you really high doses, hoping that just some of it will be recognized.
Right. And then
Just
you just
some
pee
of
in the
it.
toilet. Peed out.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go fluorescent green and you're like, what is that? That's everything I
Right.
couldn't recognize.
You just
And
paid
that's,
for that.
that's my money going down the drain.
Yeah,
That's what that-
literally. Right.
So that's why your athlete on a clean body, especially 6 days, was noticing, you know, less brain fog, more performance, is because 100% of it's recognized in our bloodstream.
Yeah. It's amazing. What do you say?
I just thought with the multivitamin, I was just turning into the Hulk
That would have been cool.
when you pee green.
Well, I was gonna say, like, that's I was, I was gonna say that you have helped, oh my gosh, countless people through Juice Plus, which has been incredible, and us included, right? Like, just getting loud about it. You're passionate about health. You're passionate about the Lord. You're passionate about seeing people get, you know, healed through real food and
building a foundation.
and building a foundation. Yeah. And so, like, the testimonies that I see, you know, coming out of you just on your profile alone, I'm just like, wow, this is incredible.
I love it. I really feel like God has been with me in every single rock bottom and pit of my health, and all of my pits really came around my health. And I think if you listen to your message later, often find the enemy tends to hit us in places that God's going to use for a ministry because it just
Totally.
gives him more glory. It gives him more
Yes.
glory because there's a dependence, there's a reliance on him.
Yeah.
But I just love, like, I really see that there's, I hope I don't offend anybody, but I'm just going to say it. Our soul health is everything, and we're
Mhm.
renewing our mind every day. But
Yeah.
these bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. I feel like the church has missed
I agree with you.
stewarding the place, right? Like, how do we serve
Yes.
on the backside sick? That was my story,
Right.
right? We can't. We
No.
can't. We can pray, and don't get me wrong. Interceding is like,
Yeah.
you are
huge,
my
for sure.
inspiration. Like, I swear, just being around you and being in that
Oh.
environment of interceding, it absolutely birthed like this person who just wanted to intercede for everybody. But like, there's more to do than just pray, right? Like,
Absolutely.
and I remember sitting on my backside saying, okay, God, I'm calling out in my day of distress. I'm calling on you, like, help. What can I do just to start to feel? I know it's not normal in my 20s to feel like this.
Mm.
And, I felt like he was saying, like, I already told you what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I already told you, like, you got to take some action. Me and Cole talked about it.
Yeah.
Faith in action, right? So this is
Yes.
this is simple, right? Like, Juice Plus is simple, but it can lead to more, because
Mm.
if we don't know how to drink water, the way that we drink water is to drink water, because we're going to crave more water.
Right.
If we, eat more junk food, we're going to eat more junk food, and we're going to crave that. It's the same with healthy food. The more we eat it,
Totally.
the more we'll crave. And because Juice Plus is food, not a vitamin, we do start to notice parents saying, oh, my kids seem to be reaching for more of the fruits and veggies. That's really interesting. I didn't do anything different. I'm like, but you did. You
Yeah.
put that in their bloodstream,
Yes.
and they're starting to crave that more. So I tend to find people in their rock bottom, and I'm like, okay, God can do it for me, can do it for you. Same products, same principles, and whether you're just a regular old mom like me who does love the gym, to, Olympic athletes, they choose Juice
Mhm.
Plus, and it's because it works. It's simple, and our body it was made to eat these foods. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it really does. It's just that small little thing of self-discipline, like you're saying, right? Like, drinking water. Well, you have to drink water, otherwise you're not going to survive. But being self-disciplined in the right things, and maybe it's just that one self-discipline, right? That is then, and like what you're saying, you get people started on Juice Plus, and then all of a sudden these more healthy habits are happening, right? And they're becoming more self-disciplined because you start to feel better, right? And so, but there is something to be said about being consistent. And so that's
Yes,
one thing that
it's
we've
huge.
noticed, right? Like, and it's been this building up over time where we started seeing like a next level. We're like, oh,
Yes.
I'm not feeling this now, because the
Yes.
more it's getting into our body, the more it's getting into that bloodstream, into our brain, into all the places, right? We really began to like say there was a new level. There was a new level.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It's been really cool to kind of be a part of that. Like, but yeah. I mean, I think,
I love to help people, like, because some people are just so overwhelmed because, the enemy makes it this way. He makes it confusing on purpose. And it's like, how do we step back for a minute, simplify?
Yes.
And like, people are so confused right now because the amount of noise in the world. So if I can help them just take a capsule twice a day, and they can accomplish that, then we can start to move on to bigger things. And to get the energy from the Juice Plus to actually go and cook some whole food meals. I ain't gonna tell them to go cook whole food meals, like if they understood what I did after back surgery, because I wanted to live and not feel like I was barely surviving, walking on my hands and feet. Like, that'd be scary for people. But when they can accomplish taking the capsules once every day, then you move on to another small change, and another small change, and another small change. And the Juice Plus will help to give the energy before you go try to use with a little tiny bit you have in the gym. Get that going first, and then we can, so I always say to my clients, it's like, how deep do you want to go? The daily detox, but like, how much more do you want to detox out so that you can start to really, feel the difference in your sleep, your bowel movements, your energy, your just everyday life, right? So Yeah, it is simple for, especially when people are coming from a, a very loud world. It's like, we're going to do this one thing. We're going to focus on that. When you accomplish, we're going to celebrate all the way. We're going to celebrate
Yeah.
it. Like, you message me and tell me, because sometimes they're just like, I don't even drink water. That's what you have to do to have Juice Plus and make them have a full glass of water, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, it's been a beautiful passion to really just help people live in better, healthier temples. And it just, God didn't make her body like it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It
We
is
need to start
brilliant.
seeing it that way, right? Hi, you're
Totally.
back.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
almost done.
and for me, like I just feel like with the faith and fitness that we're really bringing to the Kawartha Lakes area, we're gonna keep pressing into that. But the idea is really to show people, yes, we need to be built up spiritually, but let's not forget the temple that God has given us, right? So it's if we're built up spiritually, this is awesome. We love the Lord with our whole heart, but if our bodies are falling apart and we are eating the wrong things, then like how do we serve the way what God has an assignment for each one of us, and if we are blessed enough to have a body that can move, there's so many that cannot, and so I never want to take that for granted. And that's sharing that with other people too, and saying, let's stop taking for granted what God has given us. Let us put in the work,
Yes.
persevere, be self-disciplined, show up together, worship together while we're in the gym, and eat right, like it's exciting stuff.
Well, that was the lesson he taught me, was like, you didn't care about your body when you were on your backside after spinal surgery. Like, you just put anything in there. So like we
Right.
dealt with, emotional eating. That was me and the Lord. Ain't nobody else helped me out there but him,
Right.
So, but that was the thing, was like, he's like, this is a privilege. Like, I've given you.
Yeah.
Like, how that's how I feel
Absolutely.
now. Is like, how dare I? People say, well, you're so regimented. I feel free because I'm not addicted to the
Yeah.
junk that I grew up on. I was very addicted. It wasn't the fruits and veggies making me a fat kid. It was the cake and the
Right.
fake things, right? The things that we decided as husband and wife. I think because Bill just seen me sick for so many of our young newlywed years, that I didn't want my kids to have to break that addiction.
Yeah.
I wanted them to come to Christ with their feelings. Not the plate, like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, do all things unto the glory of him, like, eat, obviously.
Yes.
But like, how do we, and I don't even know if this is the right words. It's a worship back to him. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this
Yes.
body.
Oh, it's such an act of worship to eat clean, right? Yeah, no, I do. I believe that with all my heart, that it really is an act of worship. And, and it's okay. We are all human. We all get things mixed up, and we crave things, and we eat things that we shouldn't, but I
there's
think
grace for
having
that. It's
What's
so
that?
much grace. There's grace, like,
Totally. Yeah.
but
Get
the
back
thing
on
I
the
teach
wagon.
people is like, don't stay in yesterday. Like, give yourself grace. Just like he says, my mercy is new every morning. It's a new day. It's a fresh start.
Absolutely.
Now eat like he died for you, because he did.
Yeah. And that's
Honor
really,
like
I
he
think, where
died
we're
for
at.
you.
Sorry?
Come from a place of love. Like, it's like
Yeah.
we were just listening to Josiah Clean, who we're going to see at Kingdom Bound.
Oh,
And like,
fun.
yeah, and he's like, he has a song, you guys have probably heard it, and it's like, it's so weird for a worship song, right? Because it's like, shut your mouth, boy, don't you talk like that. Like, that's where I had to get with the Lord. It was like, I was talking so much garbage, but when his love, when I really understood how much he loved me, there was like a piece of almost self-respect, if you will. Like, wow, I was worth dying for. I don't think I have to go and, put this stuff in my body that's, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. Come from a place of love. It's not from a place of shame or with
No.
right? Or fear or anything like that. It's like, yeah, he died for this body.
Yeah.
He wants me to, like you said, he has these plans that have been there for us since before we were born. He laid them out. How are we going to do them? How are we going to do them if we're sick and tired?
Yeah. And don't we want to know, I think a lot of these athletes out there, they want to know what the assignment is, right? So let's get that body, right? I mean, look at Tim Tebow. I'm just saying, like, what an assignment that man was sent on, top football player, and Bible verses written on his face. And
probably thought it was NFL until he was
until
he retired, and he retired early. So
yeah, it made a huge impact for the Lord, right? But he did all the things under the glory of God, and he took care of his body, still takes care of his body. But I'm just saying, like, he's just such a great example of understanding the assignment, because he could have taken the assignment and not glorified God, like, you know, but he's like, no, I'm going to use this platform. And so there's so much I think a lot of us are missing out on because we're not being good stewards, you know, and
Well, you
God
said
said,
we
"I need
gotta
you."
run our race. And even just
Yeah.
like thinking that, like as soon as I hear that, I think athletes, but like run the race so that we can get home.
Mm,
How are we gonna run it? How are we gonna do that if we're not well? So it's just one easy way that we can
Yeah.
start sport, being well every day and doing something consistent to actually get the results. Because yeah, time is
Yeah.
short. You know me, I'm always gonna bring
Absolutely.
it back to the fact that Jesus is coming back. Time is short, and I
Totally.
want to, me and Cole talked about it. It's in the Bible. Like we don't waste
Yeah.
our days. Don't waste his days. These aren't our
No.
days. These are the days he's given us.
Yes.
So we can't
So
waste
true.
them. We don't want to waste them being sick, right? So I just want to say that I love everything that you guys have going on with the fitness. I think it's so needed for the church, for the body, for everyone,
For
and
sure.
then like for everyone, so that you know they can come
Yes.
in. Fragrance of Christ can be shared, and
Yes.
they can say, what's so different about Nikki and Brad, right? And it's the Christ
Right.
in you. That's what's so different and beautiful
Yeah.
about you guys,
And just come as you are, just as Jesus says, right? Like that's what we care
right?
about most, right? Like you want to come and check out
Absolutely.
Faith and Fitness, you just come as you are. You do not have to come fixed up. It's like
No,
it's a hospital for
that's right.
all of us to join, but to heal together.
That's right. And encourage and edify and lift up and build up instead of tearing each other down. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I
Oh,
saw
Heather,
those box jumps today, I was just like, that's my girl. My girl.
I'm still shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like I've been living off that all day, that fuel, because I really wasn't gonna go to the gym this morning because it was like, you know, again, you don't need to go. You get to sleep in this morning. You're not gonna go live till later. And then I literally heard God say, "Get up,
Yep.
get up. I have something to show you today." And it came through someone who was just like, "Yes, you can." And I'm like, "You're right. I'm not gonna let this be." I did it afraid, but I did it. You know, so
Yeah.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But it took that person to be like, yeah, you can do it. And so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I can do it. Why am I, not doing it? So
And you know what? Good for you, because like people are like, well, how do you go to the gym so consistently? I'm like, I don't listen to the enemy. Like
no,
I have to
exactly.
do it
So good.
before he talks me out, or before my
Yeah.
fleshly desires, which tend to be more on the lazy side, can make an excuse.
Yeah.
Do it before you can talk yourself out. That's how you do it. You go before your
Yes.
mind catches up with the fact that it doesn't want to go, because your
Yeah.
flesh is rebellious and it doesn't want to go.
Counteract that
Right?
rebellion. Right?
Yeah,
Make that healthy,
absolutely.
that healthy thing. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're right. The enemy is always going to try and talk us out of the good stuff, or ourselves, right? A lot of it's in our own head, and so we got to
Yes.
stop living in our feelings
Yeah.
and do the right thing.
That's right. That's right. Do the next right thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, this has been so
friend.
good.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you for all that amazing information. And we're going to connect with you, Andrea, and hopefully, I think it was your aunt that you were saying.
Yep.
We'll connect with all of you guys, hopefully this Saturday, if that works out for you, but you can let us know. And anybody else is watching, if you're interested in learning more about Juice Plus, Heather, myself, even Brad, maybe at some point, if he's around, we can do a call with you. And just, it's no pressure. We are not about the grind and the hustle. We are about you. We care about you. We care about your health. And we are we want to be there to help you.
Yeah.
And so if anything has spoken to you today at all, as a family with athletes or whatever, the parents need to be healthy too. Right. So
Yeah.
not just
You have
not
to
just
see
the
that a
athletes.
lot, right? People trying to
Yeah.
shuffle the kids around. They're playing rugby and baseball and this and that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And what a lot of parents don't understand, and I learned this years back, and I didn't take care of myself after hearing it either, is that you may have a kid that's a superstar,
Mm-hmm.
but when they come to look at your kid, they look at your family too.
Your lifestyle. Yeah. If they're scouting you, if you're getting that
they
point.
look at everything.
Yeah.
They're not just looking at that person.
Yeah. They wanna
I'll
see
tell
the
you, I've
family as
met a
whole.
lot of tired. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, they were just saying they want to see, the family as a whole, right?
They do.
Yeah.
I've just met a lot of tired. I mean, that was me. I had a rep kid in baseball, from 7 till he just retired this year, 18 years old. So
Yeah.
thankful to have Juice Plus. I give them extra doses if it was a really hard day. And I tell my athletes that too, take extra doses. It's only
Yeah.
going to help with that oxidative stress and the collagen repair and things with inflammation. And we talked about the good inflammation, but still, yeah, just, I was exhausted before Juice Plus trying to get him to these, games. And it just became such a easy tool for me to be like, oh, okay, I'll take a couple extra doses. And out we go, because we see these parents are just, they're wiped. They're exhausted
Yeah.
trying to keep up with it.
Totally.
Yeah.
They run all night.
Yeah.
And I truly believe like our children don't listen to what we say, what we do.
True.
It's what we do.
Yeah, it's
They're
what we do.
watching what
Yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to go first, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like the
friends.
airplane, right? Like putting the airplane mask on and then your kids. But anyways, yes. Thank you, Heather, so much. This has
Love
been
you guys.
awesome.
Love you
Now I'll
guys.
see if I can hang up properly.
Okay.
It's always awkward because we're like, hey, bye, and then bye. But I think I actually got it this time. Okay.
Want me to go? Bye.